All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're going to talk about something really human and powerful. What happens when life breaks you?
And I want to start with a question, and I think we've all been here at some point. Have you ever felt just completely broken by life?
You know, if that question hits home for you, just know this. You are absolutely not alone. That feeling, it's something that connects all of us. It's a universal part of being human. So that brings us to our first big idea here. When life breaks you, we're going to dive into this universal reality of hardship. The source material we're looking at is so blunt about this. It basically says, look, I don't care how good you are, how talented you are. There are just times when things aren't going to go right. And that's the key, right? It's not some personal failure. It's just life. It's inevitable. And you know, being broken isn't just one thing. It shows up in so many different ways. You can be broken physically, mentally. It can be your heart, your spirit. It could literally be your bank account screaming that you're broke. Or it could be this really deep emotional thing, and every single one of them leaves a mark.
All right, so when you're in that state, when you feel broken, you find yourself in what the source calls a valley of two voices. And this is where you have to make a really critical choice.
And here's the absolute key takeaway. It's not what you go through that decides where you end up. Not at all. It's about who you listen to. Which one of those inner voices gets your attention? This really lays out that choice perfectly, doesn't it? On one side, you've got this voice of wisdom, talking about gratitude, about faith. But on the other side, there's the voice of worry, and that one's all about grumbling and blaming. You're basically walking right down the middle, and whichever voice you turn toward, well, that's what changes everything.
Okay, so that's the big question then, right? How do you make the right choice? And that brings us to our next section. Find your reason to go. This is all about sparking that strength that's already inside of you.
This is where the whole idea gets flipped on its head. A break isn't just the end. It's actually an opportunity. So every single time you feel broken, it's a chance to what? What is it a chance for?
It's a chance to get stronger, get smarter, get tougher, more resilient. A chance to just get better. That breaking point can actually become your turning point for some serious growth.
And the fuel for all of that? It's purpose. The source puts it so well. If you can find a reason to keep going, I know you're strong enough to do it. See, that strength isn't something you have to go out and find. It's already in you. You just need that why, that reason to unlock it.
So once you find that reason, that's when the real work starts. This is where the fight really begins, and it's all about having the right mindset for perseverance. This is where you have to make a declaration to yourself. You look that problem, whatever it is, right in the eye, and you start with the belief, I can beat this. Then you take it up a notch to a promise, I will beat this. And finally, you get to that place where it's not even a question anymore. I must beat this.
And that right there is so incredibly empowering. Think about it. Some of the biggest battles you'll ever face, they don't require money or a fancy degree or even a support system. Sometimes it just comes down to the raw power of your own will.
And that fight, that sheer force of will, leads us to the final transformation. This is what it's all about. Becoming and then remaining unbroken.
This is the absolute heart of the matter. It doesn't matter what you're up against. The opposition, the circumstances, none of it. Nothing out there can stop you. The only thing that can really stop you is you.
This becomes your internal promise, right? It's a flat-out declaration of defiance. You tell yourself, I'm not retreating. I am not running. You're standing your ground no matter what the odds look like.
And really, it all just boils down to this one simple, powerful idea. This core belief that you can take the pressure. You can see it all the way through. You've got staying power.
And this isn't some abstract idea. We're talking about real-world stuff. Fighting your way through cancer, getting through tough times at school, or navigating a divorce. It's the fight to make it as a singer, or a boxer, or a football player. The fight is always personal, and it's always real.
And here's the real prize in all of this. It's not just about winning the battle. It's about who you become while you're fighting it. Because in that struggle, in that fight to get back up, you rise above the person you used to be, and you become the person you were always supposed to be. So you see, you don't just get fixed, you're not just repaired. You actually emerge stronger in the exact places where you were broken. You become, and you remain, unbroken.